Hey, my love. So I got a download here, right? And I was listening to the song by Jay Z and Kanye. And it's the song No Church in the Wild. And he's like, when the song starts out, he says, human beings in a mob. Was a mob to a king? Was a king to a god? Was a god to a non believer who don't believe in anything? Can you make it out alive? No church in the wild. I don't know if y'all like really taking them lyrics in. To me, it sounds like human beings in a mob sounds like the sheep. When you sleep, you a sheep, right? You asleep. You do what your master tell you to do because you sleep, right? That's what that sound like to me. And he said, "What's a mob to a king? Being that king is when you tap into your Christ consciousness. And like I told you guys before, Christ consciousness is nothing but a dimension. Is being consciously aware, is being consciously aware of something outside of yourself, outside of the physical, okay? Because when you're that sheep and you're asleep, you're caught in the 3D. You're in that box. You're boxed in. And our spirits are circular. We're supposed to move in a circle. That's the Merkaba energy. The Merkaba moves in a circle. We're circular. Just like the golden ratio, you see the golden ratio, it shows like it's boxed in kind of, and then you see it swirling, and the swirl gets smaller and smaller and smaller. It gets smaller and smaller because you have to learn to release all of the traumas and the burdens. You can't go you gotta pack light, babe. You can't take all them burdens. You can't be the bag lady with all them burdens and traumas, which you gotta release that shit, right? And that's where that the Christ consciousness comes in when you put the crown on, right? Because in tarot you got 4 kings and you got 4 queens. Depending on if you're a masculine or a feminine, you got to go through all 4, right? Once you learn the if you're a masculine, you got to learn the king of fire, the king of air, the king of earth, and the king of water, right? Water is your emotion, air is your thoughts, fire is your passions, earth is the physical things in life. So you got to go through all that shit. That's where you learn like um with your emotions. You got to control your emotions. You can't let your emotions control you. Things you're passionate about in life, you got to control your passion. You can't be passionate out here fucking everything and you know what I'm saying. You can't be that passionate out here like that. You got to control that fiery energy within yourself. You feel me? Your thoughts. You can't be out here thinking negative all the time. You got to control your thoughts. You got to be able to be positive. You got to reprogram your goddamn self. You can't let your thoughts control you. You got to control your thoughts. It's even the physical things in life, that earth energy. You can't let these physical things in life control you. All the dollar and all that shit can't control you. You have to have control over that. Okay? You got to know that you are the wealth. And in order for you to become the emperor or the empress, right? You got to know all of those elements. You got to master all of those elements. All 4 elements you got to master in order to become the emperor or the empress, right? Because they're all 4 queens or all 4 kings in one, right? That's that Christ consciousness. And then once you become that king, you understand, you start to build a relationship with God, and you start to understand like, God is me, I am God. We are the same. We are one. He is within me. He is that life and that love energy within me, right? It's 432 on the clock as I say that. So that's when you start to understand that you are God and God is you, right? And then after that, it says, what's a God to a non-believer who don't believe in anything, right? To me, that's duality. To me, that's knowing that we came here on earth to experience God in the physical. That's what we came here for. To experience God in the physical. God is a creator. God creates, God manifests. He manifested all this shit. You feel me? Why do you think magic exists? Even I'm thinking right now too, like even like makeup. Knowing how to do makeup, that's magic, y'all. They even say that in the book of Enoch, how they came down here, they started teaching astrology and makeup, like that was in the book of Enoch. Those were the magics that the angels were teaching the people of earth, the women of earth, which is also one of the books that they took out of the Bible. And why y'all think they took a lot of this shit out of the Bible? To keep you confused. They don't want you to know the truth. They rather keep you stuck. They rather keep you as sheep, may I say, and always think that God is outside of you when God is within you. And that's when you gain that Christ consciousness, when you understand that God is within you. So what I'm saying is all of this is dimensions, okay? It's dimensions. It's like the sheep dimension is the Christ consciousness, which is the king dimension. And then you go to the God dimension. And then after you go to the God dimension, it's like duality, where you understand that good and bad must exist. And you must be in equal balance of it. And after I listened to that song, No Church in the Wild, I started thinking to myself, like, yo, it's been a minute since I prayed, yo. Like, and I didn't do it purposely, like just stop praying. I just stopped praying. And I'm like, yo, why did I stop praying? I just stopped. Like, I used to pray in the morning and I used to pray at night. And I'm like, I just stopped. And when I really started thinking about it, like, because, you know, I started going down the rabbit hole after a while. Because I'm like, I've been good, though. Like, ain't nothing been happening. I've been good. I'm in a very good, healthy stage in my life. Like, I just feel like I'm good. You feel me? Like, and I started looking up certain things, like the word pray. The word pray actually means pray, like P-R-E, like to pray on somebody. And it also means to beg as well. And I think to myself, like, damn, well, the Most High don't want who want a begging ass kid? Nobody want no begging ass kid, a kid that's begging you all the time. You feel me? Like, nobody want that. Who wants to beg and who wants to beg all the time? You feel me? That gives me like five of cup energy. Like, who wants to be like that all the time? You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody wants to. Like, but I'm thinking like that's what people doing on a daily basis, in the morning and at night. And when you understand that God is you and you is God and you manifest this shit, this is your universe. This is your universe. You control this shit. It's more of command. It's like you supposed to say commands. You supposed to tell the universe what you want, and that's what it is. It ain't no begging, ain't no none of that. You feel me? Like, you understand in your brain, like, I am this, the great I am. I am abundance. I am love. I am successful. I am beautiful. You feel me? Like, you tell yourself these things and you're just telling the universe what you know it to be. And it's your universe. It's your creation. It's what you are creating, because you are God. You're an extension of God. You are a creator. I'm even thinking about the song with Jay-Z and Kanye. Like, it's in a way they already knew that they were manifesting. They already knew that they were part of God and they are creators and they are manifesting their own universe. And look what the fuck they fucking created. Look what they created. And then I'm also thinking about Beyonce. She got that song, I'm a diva. The real meaning of diva means God. She been telling us all, I'm a god. I'm a diva. That's what she been saying, and everybody been agreeing with the shit, yo. And look what she built. I'm just saying, yo. I'm just saying. I hope this serves somebody.